You know, other podcasts,
Is that stroke?
you never see the comedian's legs. Patty said, what if the legs were the first thing you saw?
The legs are the only.
Leg pod.
Pretty soon, dude, we're going to just green screen everything but the feet.
What is that, like lingerie for your feet?
I said this is like when
And
you
the
see
bottom
that.
of your feet are all dirty.
Yeah.
You're pointing it right at this camera.
This is where, you know how like Lauren Compton wears like,
Yeah.
this is my Lauren Compton.
Oh, wow.
I think this is like at a weird angle. Whatever. Doesn't matter. News from Bad Boys. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Welcome back,
having me.
James. Maybe your last
Could
time
be.
for
Could
a
be my
while.
last slumber for a while. Sweet
Before
dreams, feet fuckers.
The deep hibernation.
Yeah.
We
I'm
do
going under the bed.
We do need a day. I need a day with you where I can just dress you up like an American Girl doll and just different like thematic outfits and just put you in front of the green screen.
So I'm just floating by
Yeah.
with Jake and Isaac Gartenberg.
Yeah, you're gonna be like that. You know that like that old like cosmic turtle that's like kind of
Yeah.
lore and like
What's that guy's books? You know what I'm talking about? Where the whole world is on like a turtle?
oh
Is that
yeah,
what you're talking about?
Harry Potter?
No.
What is that book? Jake,
Oh,
you're a
look,
reader.
with the turtle? Is it a turtle and another guy?
Franklin.
Franklin
Yeah,
the
we're talking about
turtle. Yeah,
Franklin.
Franklin the turtle.
Thanks,
no,
thanks, Michael.
I know what you're talking about. There's like it's like a name for it.
Franklin.
Franklin. Franklin's Tower.
Franklin, one day you're gonna have the weight of the world. on your
Terrapin
shoulder.
turtles, you know, like from Grateful Dead. It's like the dancing bears.
Oh, yeah.
And the terrapins.
Dude, there's a restaurant in my hometown called the Terrapin, and I remember we went there for my buddy's 21st birthday, and they kicked us out. But before they kicked us out, because it was like a really nice restaurant, and we were like going shot to shot with
Oh,
like one of
you
our
were
friends'
terrapinning
girlfriends.
up.
Yeah. And they kicked
guy
us
got
out,
it.
but they made us pay. And I remember
What are
I
we
got
gonna do
my.
without you, man? Don't go. Don't go. The show is gonna fucking suck without you.
It is gonna suck.
We should do news from bed from heaven and just have James Angel in the corner, like looking
Yeah.
over us.
on Zoom, just half hearing everything you say, just interrupting at
Yeah.
weird times.
But I remember I got my check back from this place because they're like, you guys need to pay and get the fuck out of here. And I just drew like the gnarliest looking dick like down the entire thing. And it went like right, like the tip of the penis just landed right on the line that said tip. I was like, I'm a genius. This is my greatest bit I've ever done.
Did they charge you more, or they were just trying to get? So they kicked you
Yeah.
out. Why? Because you were just drinking too much.
Yeah, one of my my friend's girlfriends. This was like the first time we'd ever been introduced to her, and she tried to go shot for shot with my friend Jonah,
Yeah.
and like she got way too fucked up, and we ended up like it wasn't her fault that we left, but like she definitely was a contributing factor.
Right. Whenever I met a friend's girlfriend, if she hates me, it's actually good for the long term of like us all being cool together. But if they like me on the first meeting, it's like something
Yeah.
really bad. Like she really didn't like me at all. Like there's something.
Yeah.
I had a friend who brought his girlfriend around and like to introduce all of us. Like, oh, this is my new girlfriend. Like they hadn't been dating really that long.
Yeah.
And then like she was like, your friends, they just didn't ask enough questions about me. I was like, dude, like,
Dude,
come on.
there's no like
Come on. I was trying my best.
it's like one of the shittiest moments in a man's life when you have to debut your girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's
like-
never fun.
I know. It's like getting a used car.
Have you ever had
Like, no, it's cool. It's nice, you know?
Have you ever had
AC.
friends who like actively disliked one of your girlfriends?
Reed doesn't like my current girlfriend.
It's just
I'm
not
just
true.
kidding. No, he likes her.
She doesn't like me.
No, well,
No,
she was worried. She brought up the first black person not on a podcast into the apartment. And she was Patty had a Cinco de Mayo party, and my girlfriend brought her friend over, and she went up to Patty and in his ear went, "Don't be fucking racist and tell the comics to behave."
Yeah. And then she said, "Stop eating." Right? Or
Well, she
was
said
like,
that
"You're
he was a
making
bad
James fat."
influence on my white boy summer. that I was
Your white boy glow
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Well,
it's
she doesn't
white
hate
boy
you. She just thinks you're fat and racist.
and racist.
Yeah.
So
That's not hate.
No, that's barely even
Yeah.
combined a single red flag.
She just sees room for improvement.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just your comment section.
Yeah,
And you know what? She's at the comment section every pod.
Yeah.
She's like, I like reading them talking about his feet. She's like, this one's weird. She texts me.
I have an interesting relationship with people.
How about your barber? How's your relationship with him?
Dude, it's good.
Looks like he hates you.
Dude. Snooze from bed. Dude, I didn't have an appointment, so I went in and I was like, hey, can I, like get a haircut? And because that's how I say it. And, they're like,
Nobody's asked for the haircut
Pants around your ankles. Do I have to call?
this is my first time.
have one of the gowns I can wear?
Can I sit in the rocket ship?
And dude, he tried to squeeze me in, so he did my haircut in like
Into the chair?
yeah. I really
My
am
girlfriend was
fat.
right.
I was too racist to fit in the chair. And he did the haircut in like 90 seconds.
Whoa.
It
full,
made me
full
think.
price though, right?
Full price, dude. And I
Should be
tipped him
hourly.
$20.
It shouldn't be full price if it's that quick.
Yeah.
You
If
know?
they're squeezing you in. I mean, they're doing you a favor. Yeah, I had that one.
Well,
time,
they're
too,
doing
like,
you a favor. That's different.
Prostitutes should be that way. Like if I bust prematurely, free of charge. Be gone, wench.
Yeah, it wasn't here in 30 minutes or less.
I thought you had
I'm
something.
yawning.
We've been watching a lot of Archer lately.
Good stuff.
Dude, it's the best. I fucking love that show. Just anything. Jake can literally watch anything on TV.
Yeah, I came over last week. You guys were deep into The Last Dance.
Oh, yeah. Finished it.
Yeah.
Best show.
Best show. Best
Love that
documentary
show.
series all time.
Can't wait
Yeah.
for the next.
Better than Tiger King? The next season.
I've never seen Tiger King.
Oh,
Tiger King
really?
is like
No.
about the Michael Jordan of being a gay redneck.
Yeah. A gay animal handler. Which some would say most gay people are.
Yeah, they handle them hogs. They call them hog wranglers.
I tried to watch that one because it was popular, and I was like, I get it. It's just this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there is
It's like lockdown stuff. Like when you had nothing else to do, you could sit down and watch something.
the biggest I almost said the biggest loser, but that's already a TV show. I don't want to get like
Copyrighted?
copyright. The person who faced the most traumatic experience in that show was like not a main character. He was just like a side character. And this is one of the most this like video haunts me because
Of the lesbian?
there was a guy who kills himself in
Oh,
the
I know who you're talking
show.
about.
He's like Joe Exotic's boyfriend, his hot gay boyfriend, and he shoots himself in the head like with a gun. But he does it and only one person sees it. And it's like this kind of nerdy guy who is really tapped into how strange everyone is on the show and everyone in this environment. But he walks into this office and there's security footage of the guy walking in. And you just see him walk in and you just see like a flash. And the guy's face just like drops. Like he just saw him do it. And like nobody really even talks about that guy. Like that guy's just in the world now. And
Yeah.
like he's not like famous or anything, but he just had a crazy fucking experience, you know?
Insane.
Damn.
I guess those people do see like things get eaten by alligators all the time, so it's a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
less, but still, dude.
But I guess he's not as charismatic as a
Joe
Tiger
Exotic?
King. Yeah, Joe Exotic.
Nobody
Dude.
is, dude.
He
Imagine,
doesn't have the star power.
Yeah.
imagine fucking dude's so good. That first of all, that guy, he turned gay. The guy that killed himself, he turned him gay.
Oh,
and then he
yeah.
killed himself. That's how good that Joe Exotic was at being gay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's something else. I guess like he is kind of like a gay prize in a way,
Yeah.
you know?
They say once you go black, you can never go back. But once you go gay, you cannot stay.
Yeah.
You have to kill yourself.
Once you go exotic,
I don't know, man.
Okay, they're more special. I'm
once
sorry.
you go
I guess you are going to
exotic,
Florida.
nothing is erotic.
That's what you say before you kill yourself. Looking at a gun, you're like, nothing's even erotic anymore.
What have I become? This gun.
I'm not even horny.
Yeah, dude, he's an interesting. He's still in prison, right?
I hope so. I hope he's not out there
Yeah.
fiending for boy ass.
There was like a rumor that Trump was gonna like exonerate him or whatever.
Exonerate him?
Who's gonna exonerate like Lil Wayne and Joe Exotic?
Well, he exonerated or he pardoned Lil Wayne and Kodak Black.
Yeah. Like in his final act in
Yeah.
office, like literally like leaving office, he just pardoned.
I only
him.
came here for one reason, and I didn't get to complete that. So, hey Kodak, why don't you slide between the bars and come hang out?
6 foot, 7 foot. He loves that song.
I love Lil Wayne. Excuse my charisma. Vodka and a spritzer.
Yeah, you don't even believe in Jesus. Why you got a Jesus?
Why do you have a Jesus piece? But how are you doing, dude? You all set? You ready for?
I sold my dresser today.
No way, dude.
Yeah. It's a week from today that I stop working, and then a week from Friday I hit the road.
Damn. Are you excited?
I'm excited for the road trip.
Just get it done, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like a road trip with the strangest destination because I'm about to just show up at my own life with just like nothing. Like just, no, nothing. Just starting in like my girlfriend's grandpa's house.
Yeah, you're like essentially doing like what like a biblical, person would do
To spread the word.
to spread the word of
Yeah.
of late night live.
Yeah. Late night talk show comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's exciting. I mean, I like moving and making changes. It's like the most fun thing. The actual move sucks,
Yeah.
but being in a new place, it's kind of like a kick in the pants in a way.
Yeah.
you know?
There's some really nice apartments, shit with like backyards and stuff we're going to look at. Like
Yeah.
pretty nice stuff. A little bit. Try some stuff out.
It's all crabgrass there, isn't it?
I think so.
I'm not
Susie Crabgrass.
yeah, who is that?
She's from Ned's Declassified. She's also in The Walking Dead as like the hot chick that comes up.
Wait, she's in The Walking Dead?
Yeah, she's you know that guy with the red hair, and then he's got like the nerd that's like lying about knowing how to cure the disease. Then they have that like smoking hot Latinx with them.
Yeah.
That's Susie Crabgrass.
Really?
That smoking piece of Walking Dead.
Wow, dude.
Susie goddamn Crabgrass. Maybe not. Maybe she just looks like her.
Yeah.
I feel like I confirmed that once though.
What about Walking Coconut Head?
That's a good one.
And
See,
it's all the same cast as Ned's Declassified.
but Rick's there.
Yeah.
Coconut Head. Where's my? What's his wife's name?
Yeah.
Laura.
Laura. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Walking
Give me toot is fucking Glenn or whatever.
And like everyone who turns into a zombie, like nothing about them changes except their haircut is like a bowl cut. Fuck.
I like that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
There should be more diseases that change our physical appearance.
Yeah, like there should be something that just turns us blue,
Yeah. Well, there is. There's like shit that turns you blue, but
like
it's like
drowning.
Yeah. Or blue paint. Wait.
Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
There's a blue guy
I caught the
in
blue
upstate
man.
New York. Yeah, I caught
It's a
it.
disease. It's like Ghost Rider disease.
Yeah, there's a guy who's blue. He lives in upstate New York. He's blue. It's just he has like a disease. His skin is blue.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like maybe it's like an iron thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he can't get enough oxygen to his skin. But what's that mother
There's
documentary?
absolutely nothing wrong with him. He's just blue.
He's just chilling. Just collects royalties from that song. He
Yeah,
wrote.
Marty Wolf.
I'm blue. I live in upstate New York.
I have Marty Wolfhausen. I can never tell the truth, and I'm attracted to Frankie Muniz. He was like a hot ticket for a little bit, Frankie. The
Frankie
girls used to
Muniz?
love Frankie, dude.
Frankie Muniz is Malcolm in the Middle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that show rocks.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It's a
Yeah.
great show.
What? He was a hot ticket. Like,
Like
he was
just everyone
famous?
wanted him.
Yeah, he was Agent Cody Banks. So
That's
like,
true.
yeah. Once you're Agent Cody Banks,
You can never
you
go
never
back.
no one ever spanks it to anyone else.
Yeah. You're Agent Cody Spanks when you wear them tights.
Dude, I really am
You roll around your floor doing spy missions.
committing leg crimes.
leg crime,
Fuck.
illegal shaving.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm thinking about like careers other than my own. And we watched this documentary thing the other day about like the restoration of a golf course. And I think, thank God, I didn't have to like stand up or anything because I was fully erect the entire. It was like exhilarating
Really?
watching these people move Earth.
That's sick.
I actually could never. I've never seen Patty that enamored by anything.
Yeah,
Guys digging holes for sand traps and stuff.
But they would like show you this dirt pit, and then the next shot would be 6 months later when that was the green, and you were like, "Whoa!" You couldn't handle it.
They get it to be green.
It
Must
was
have been
brown.
crabgrass there.
It was just brown.
It was just
What the fuck?
You gotta be kidding me. What I got to play on the brown? This is news from bed.
Play it on the brown.
Yeah, dude. I really nerded out at the irrigation systems that they put into these greens because, first of all, there's like
No, I can't play today. Too much brown.
there's probably like
A big golf joke.
Horrible course, dude.
What are we gonna put on the brown?
Yeah.
maybe
Guy who thinks he knows stuff.
now I'm not trying to defend Augusta National for their racist past, but maybe they didn't allow brown people on the course because like they wanted everything green. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but what if a green guy showed up?
I have a skin condition and I live in upstate New York. I'm wearing yellow paint over my blue skin, so I appear green.
What the fuck is this guy's deal?
Par 4, please.
Why did he order a
Show
par?
me- yeah, he's at the bar. I'll take a par 4 and 2 par 3s. Everyone's like, sir, just you're
the brown,
blue.
please.
You're blue. We don't
We know you're blue.
we don't serve
You
your
can't
kind.
play golf.
You had to figure out this bit before you came. This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm blue. I'll take 1 par 3. Like, what is that?
Just shoot you on sight.
Everyone at the course is like, do you think you're making like a golf joke? I don't get it.
How did you rehearse that? You didn't run it by anyone, did you?
Yeah.
Why are you blue? Yeah, I'm blue. Because it dog legged. Off 1 par 3.
I'm blue, but I play from the white tees. It's like
1 par 4.
1 par 4. But these
Why are you blue? Oh, it's a mulligan.
Oh,
4.
4.
We're all members. You're not a member. I don't think you're a member.
You just said you live in upstate New York.
The greens, I gotta give a little bit of detail, dude. They put like an inch pipe like every 6 inches throughout this entire green. So the whole thing is irrigated. So like when they water it, they just flood all the pipes with water and it irrigates just the green. But this is the coolest thing. When it gets really wet and it's raining a lot, there's like a valve near each green that they pull, and the water from that's in the green fills the pipes, and they just flush out the pipes.
Nice.
So it like dries the green. Isn't that incredible?
That's pretty cool.
All right, whatever.
I'll have
I
one
ordered a
I'll have
par
1 par
3.
4. Yeah, there you go. You should have ended there.
You just piss on every green. You're like, it flushes.
Yeah, it's basically a urinal.
Royal flush. That's poker. That's not even golf, man.
The royal flush. Completely naked. They call that one the royal flush.
Put your clothes back on.
It's so funny because there is like a golf term like flushing it, like hitting it really pure. And the guy is like, yeah, that's a straight flush.
His dick's out, but it's not blue. Only thing not blue about
His
him.
dick is bright pink. What
So
happened?
that's what color he was before.
Oh man.
If you were black, they wouldn't notice. If you were black enough, you could probably turn blue with that condition, and they probably wouldn't notice.
Yeah, there is like a thing with like really black guys that they look purple.
That's not what I was saying, but sure.
Yeah. Like Barney
Barney's
used
black. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
Well, he's always been black. That guy in the suit's black.
Ooh,
1
It's
par
the
4, please.
Was it the same guy the whole time?
He can't get out.
Barney?
Yeah.
I think it's the same guy.
Dude, every one of those guys gets pinched with like 13 different sexual assaults. like,
Yeah,
based
but that
around
one, I
Oh,
remember
man.
there was a documentary.
dinosaur related.
Jeez, Patty. Hold the par 4 on that.
Jurassic World.
A Pegasaurus, your ass.
You were seen at Jurassic Park munching on orderlies.
Yeah, well, he was never in that movie.
Barney? Let's not do this bit, man. That's not even a bit I want to explore.
Okay, wait. Okay, start the episode over. All right, what if Barney was in Jurassic World?
I'll take a part 4.
The dinosaur is purple. I am Jeff Goldblum.
I think that's a guy in the suit.
If you talk to him, he might teach you a few letters.
Finds a way.
Is anyone else sexually attracted to Barney?
Here's an idea. No more dinosaurs. How about just a big golf course where there's an inch pipe under every inch of grass here? That seems to really excite.
Seems like a lot of pipe, but I don't know. I've seen more.
Yes. Apartments.com. Yes. Ow, ow. In that movie, he laughs like this. He goes, ow, ow, ow.
We watched Oh Brother, Wherefore Art Thou?
Yeah, there's no 4 in that, actually. I know we've had a lot of 4s in this joke, but it's just Oh Brother, Where Art Thou.
Yeah, Oh Brother 4!
You made it golf related.
But, dude, the one guy, the skinny guy who's in, like, Transformers now?
You mean John Turturro?
Yeah, I would
Not
always...
now. I mean...
Is he
15 years
dead?
ago. I mean, that movie came out when we were children, though.
Oh, that's right. You can't call a movie Transformer anymore.
No, I just...
It's not politically correct.
Yeah, okay.
But
John Turturro has a beautiful career.
yeah, he is. He's a beautiful man. I would always confuse him and Jeff Goldblum, though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they would play, like, similar secondary characters. Like, I couldn't remember if Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or
Right.
whatever had Turturro or Goldblum.
Oh, Thor 2.
Thor 2,
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Ragnarok.
about.
Was it Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he turns blue and he plays golf. Thor Ragnarok. Are you glad you're here?
How did you get it? Just because they're both like the same height?
They're like the same height, and they're like that kind of like caramel, like rugged skin kind of thing.
I guess.
Like,
but Jeff Goldblum sounds
Sicilian?
like, oh,
They look good sweaty.
And John Turturro is like,
Yeah.
yeah. Remember when the robots
Different
pee on
kind.
him in Transformers?
No.
Robots just pee on him. And they're like, stop lubricating on the man.
But then the green flushes, so it's fine. It's irrigated
It's on a golf course.
amazingly.
Dude.
One day you guys will understand when you have a backyard of your own. You got to lay some septic in there.
Yeah.
That was like my first.
How do
ever
I get out of
job.
my backyard? Oh, irrigate. Derogate? More like irrigate. Right, guys? Jake knows. Jake knows what I'm talking about. I'm not moving. I'm staying.
Yeah, Van Gogh would have been better if he sent irrigation instead of
Van Gogh, we're like, Van, stay where you're in your seats. This guy's going to paint. You ever, did you ever get like arrested or anything? You ever have like run-ins with the law?
I'm hunting for a job right now.
Yeah, no, we don't want to put that out there. Did you ever get employed by a cool employer? Yeah, I got a DUI.
Cool jobs.
Yeah, I got a director of utility and invoice.
UTI.
UTI, yeah, it was a universal translating inspector. Why would you go to jail for a UTI?
I'm a university inspector.
Hey, excuse me, officer. Do these look okay to you? They have to be male titties, too.
I need to make sure these pass the examination.
Excuse me, officer. Can you take a look at my voluptuous man breasts?
I wish I had a woman with big breasts.
Just as a girlfriend or just around?
Are you saying that in like the way guys used to say that? Like I had a woman, like they had sex with a girl one time?
No.
You had your way with her?
Yeah, I wish I like kind of owned like a fake woman.
Oh, cool.
Just like a
robot?
like a robot, yeah.
What would you do with your robot?
Well, I would I
Do you
don't
think
know.
the guy who gets a robot girlfriend, but she has like modest tits, do you think he like feels a certain way about himself? He's like, I know everyone for the biggest tits, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm a
It's
classy
like a
guy.
guy in a Prius looking at a truck.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I prefer this.
I'm concerned for her steel fused spine. I want to make sure that I'm not putting too much weight
In the
on her
future, they have to get robot breast reduction because their robot spines are getting hurt. That's so funny.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing I wouldn't like is like, because it would be nice to just have like a woman that's like under your command. Is this like bad? That I'm
Yeah,
saying
man.
this?
I don't even know where you're going. You want to be like Jafar or something?
All I've ever wanted is to be Jafar.
Dude, talk about Jeff Goldblum and Jeff Turturro. Another.
Jafar.
I always get those three confused. Like, what's that movie where the guy turns into a fly? Jafar's in it. The Fly?
They are kind of all the same guy. They're all like a little gay. Like,
Yeah. Who's that king who's trying to sell me apartments.com?
Oh yeah, it's
Jafar, right?
I ain't buying no apartment from Jafar. Click. I saw the movie Jafar where your parrot, he dead too.
Yeah. I tried to watch TV once. Jafar tried to sell me apartments.
Damn.
I'm out.
Jafar, get out of the dinosaur island, Jafar. You got to get back to Agrabah. Or wherever
Gotta get
the
back
fuck-
to them lamps.
Baghdad or wherever the fuck you're from.
It's literally Gaza.
I love that movie. Aladdin? Yeah.
Oh,
I met
yeah.
the guy who edited it in college.
Really?
He was like, this is what movies look like before you edit them. And he just showed us how animation is just like really long shots that like, it was very interesting.
Yeah, it's like storyboard kind of, right?
Yeah, well, like he's like, you don't have stuff to work with. Everything they make is everything you have. Like,
Yeah.
like the editor is much more involved in the storyboarding and like writing process because
Yeah.
I know it's just cool. They brought him to like they like picked 5 of us to go to a lunch with him at random. So I'm just eating lunch with this quiet editor.
Oh yeah, you told us this story. Wasn't he like not cool?
No, he wasn't just. He just didn't have much to say.
Yeah,
he was just getting like paraded around campus. Because like he's an editor, he probably has a very quiet work life. Like he just mostly works a lot. His biggest
Yeah.
thing was the Smurf reboot movies. That was like the big thing he had just done.
Yeah,
And
you're
just watching him eat lasagna at a diner.
Yeah,
and
he had,
he's
like-
this is the best day of my year. Every year. Every year I love doing this.
the coolest thing ever happened.
because their life is not like it's not communication based. It's like their life is just a series of shortcuts they hit on their keyboard.
Every conversation, he's like, yeah, I would have cut that.
Yeah.
At the end.
I wish I could just control alt delete this entire conversation.
Like, I wish I could edit a big-breasted woman and just tell her what to do all the time. I hope there's a podcast, a foot-based podcast with my same interests.
Well, there is.
There is news from head. That's when Patty goes on alone and he just thinks.
That's when I do a podcast by myself, and it's an hour of me just with a microphone sitting next to me, just trying to suck my own dick. And I just like pull a muscle, and then I like have to stretch.
Oh, that was one. That was a bad one.
If you had like a long enough dick where you could just like pop it in, would you do that? I because people always said they like. I've never tried to suck my.
I
own
just
dick.
know I can't. I just know that I've
It's
just
not
never
happening.
been able to.
Yeah.
But like my thought was like, well, am I gonna nut in my own mouth?
Yeah, like
I don't want to nut in my own mouth.
I don't want to suck dick.
Yeah, I don't like. I've never tried, but also I was like, just the psychological part. You're not getting a blowjob.
No, you're giving one more than
No,
anything.
you're like the Ouroboros, like the snake eating itself.
Yeah, yeah.
The universe would cease to
Don't
exist
tread on
if you
me.
got your dick in your own mouth.
Yeah.
What if you eat your cum and it just keeps coming back out, and you have like an
Yeah.
infinite cycle
You're
of
like
nutrients?
a Mobius strip of fucking ejaculate.
Yeah, you're like a human centipede, but like a closed loop.
Yeah, because it makes you hard that you're swallowing cum.
Dude, yeah, like you suck.
Yeah.
Imagine bragging like in middle school that you finally did it, and then
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Well, you did just suck a dick."
Dude, I said it on Michael's podcast. I had a dream that like a pretty close friend of mine was just like sucking. He was just trying to suck his own dick in the street, and he did it. He got it in there, but then he started like choking on it, and it wouldn't come out of his mouth. And I like
Why is he in the street?
because it was in my it was my dream. Okay? All my dreams take place. In the
Can you imagine, like, you ever like looking out a window and you see a guy alone, like just walking around, like you're like out of your office and you look out into the parking lot and you see a guy walk around
In the middle of the-
He's
in the-
like, it's just such
In the
it's
middle-
such a public space.
Yeah, in the middle of an intersection.
It's New York.
It's like such.
It's stuck. It's stuck.
But I saw him do that, and I just fucking let him die. Like my dream, for like 30 seconds, I just stood over him, watching him choke on his own dick, and I did nothing because I was like It was like too disgusting.
If I saw somebody choking on their own dick, I wouldn't assume they were in trouble. I'd be like, they were trying really hard to do that. It probably doesn't look nice from the outside. It should look like this.
God.
Just people walking by. He wanted this. He wanted this.
Yeah.
If you're gay,
What did you
though-
think this was going to look like? Pleasant?
Yeah.
You're yelling at families.
Yeah.
If you're gay,
Go home if you want it to be PG.
if you're gay, though, by the way, which you are, that's a nice way to feel both sides of the
Aisle.
aisle, dude. That's how you get a window and an aisle seat at the same time. You
Yeah.
know, you get the pleasure of sucking and the pleasure of busting.
That should be the name of this episode. The pleasure of sucking and the pleasure of busting.
Yeah, the yin and yang of being a disgusting person.
Should write a book. The Pleasure of Busting by Patty DeFino.
It's your feet on the front.
Dude, the first time I ever busted, it was all over my communal family laptop,
Just in the keyboard and
just
shit.
on the
Were you
keyboard.
standing in front of it?
No, dude, but it was like, I think I was overdue. I think my library book had been out for a while,
Oh.
and the interest had grown.
Yeah,
Here we go.
when you return a library book and the library explodes.
And you just come on the librarian.
Careful. That book's been out of here for 5 years.
I don't even remember the video. It was probably literally the first video on Pornhub, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
2 people naked? Yeah.
I remember a kid in my 5th grade class, like they were telling us about like cybersecurity, about like don't click links, don't go to websites you don't know. And this kid raised his hand and he goes, they hacked a website that my brother used to use and they filled it with porn. And all the kids were like, what's porn? And then we all went home and Googled porn for the first time, and we all came back. We were like, that shit was fucking weird. It was literally like 3rd grade. We were a little early to be like, some guys
Yeah.
are probably, but I was a little bit like,
It's
I'm a little bit
unfortunate that
confused.
like most kids' first introduction to porn is like a woman like putting a condom on a trailer hitch and fucking it. You
Yeah.
know, it's never like
I know.
these 2 people really love each other and like want to express that. It's never that.
Wow. Now that you say that, dude, I'm thinking like I might have seen that shit like not Mr. Hands, but like 2 Girls, 1 Cup before I had actually seen like
It's real porn.
maybe.
Yeah.
My bigger issue is that people see like kids will see porn before they've ever like seen a tit in real life. Like they'll see like
Yeah.
11 tits in an hour and they've
Which
never
is-
seen a tit in real
Which
life.
is weird. Usually you'd see an even number. But
Yeah, they got into the weird fetish porn.
yeah. This is the single.
11 tits is funny.
Or a lady with 3 tits.
Yeah.
Total
Not
that's-
even
Recall?
a single tit, yeah.
Real lady.
The
Real tit.
first tits I ever saw, 3 tits. A 3-titted woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were nice, dude, in Total Recall. There's a good drinking game.
Well,
for
let
that.
me recall that total.
What's the drinking game?
The drinking game
Every
is
time you see a tit.
Every time you see a woman with 3 tits in Total Recall, you take a drink. So you get 1 sip.
Yeah. Every time you see a woman with 3 tits in Total Recall, you drink a fifth of Jack Daniels.
For the entire length
Yeah,
of it.
you have to play this game alone.
the
in
game.
your dad's office.
The game is
Standing up,
Standing up.
trying to suck your own dick.
son.
Bar was not in that movie. I was looking for him.
Son, are you playing Total Recall again?
Dad,
I walked in on my son playing Total Recall by himself.
on the communal laptop.
The game was every time there's broken glass, you take a shot. And
In Total
like,
Recall?
In Total Recall. You would be surprised rewatching this movie how much broken glass there is.
Wow.
It's almost like that's the movie.
Yeah.
The movie is built around the amount of glass that they
Mr.
can play.
Glass. They call me Mr. Glass.
And then the movie Glass, a surprisingly low amount of broken glass.
Wow, the crowd liked that one. I love those M. Night Shyamalan movies, man. Like even when they're bad, I just love them. I just feel like it's a guy really like just trying something out every time.
Yeah, I feel like he just gets to make a movie. Like,
Yeah.
he's really good at getting money to make a movie.
I'm
Every
sure he's
time.
the
And then he
best
makes
pitch.
whatever he wants.
Like the pitch is incredible.
It's a beach where you just get really old for a day.
It's probably like
because the pitch in the trailer for me is always like, oh, this movie's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always bad.
every pitch for his is probably like it's like a conference room full of like just men sitting at a table, and they're like waiting for him to come in, and they're like, Mr. Shyamalan is late, and then like a chair swivels at the table, and he's like, actually, he's right on time, and everyone's like, whatever you want, dude, whatever. you got us. That's
They're
it.
like, Jeff Goldblum. How did you get in
How'd
here?
you a live action Jafar? We've been searching near and Jafar for a man like that.
Dude, what's the best Shyamalan movie though? I mean, like some of them are bad. Like even like The Last Airbender, I like it, but it's really hard to watch. It's like a rough one.
Wait, he did The Last Airbender?
Not the new one on Netflix. He did a movie that was supposed to be a series, and it was just so awful.
Oh yeah, that was one of the worst movies of all time.
Oh yeah, it's like maybe the lowest rated movie.
Pretty much every movie he does is the worst movie of all
But
time.
sometimes he hits though. You know, you remember Signs? That movie rocks.
Signs, but like Old. Did you see Old, dude?
Old is terrible.
So bad.
Old was bad.
Unbreakable is, I think, his best one.
Yeah, that one's
I don't
great.
even like The Sixth Sense, honestly.
No.
Unbreakable's pretty good.
Well, The Sixth Sense is like, it's like a ride at a theme park. Like some movies, you just see it once, and you don't really need to see it again because the whole experience was the reveal. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
and that was ruined for me before I even saw the movie.
Right,
So
yeah.
I watched it and I was like,
yeah, dude. You have, like,
he's
imagine
dead.
not knowing that
He's dead,
Darth
he's dead,
Vader
he's
was
dead.
going to be Luke's dad, and you see that. Like, I knew that before I ever.
Yeah.
It's sort
Do
of
you
like,
think, because it was Bruce Willis, right? Do you think the seventh sense is dementia?
yeah, and he forgot all about it.
Yeah.
You always forget that seventh one. The holes in your brain.
I never saw The Sixth Sense.
It's okay. It's okay.
Bruce Willis.
it's good because Bruce Willis is cool.
Yeah.
Bruce
That's
Willis
about
had
it.
a great run. Oh, you said dementia because he has it.
He has
I didn't
dementia.
realize that.
I saw Bruce Willis. I'm almost positive, like on Fifth Avenue one night. I'm
Trying to suck his own dick.
yeah. He's like, it'll go if you will it. Die Hard.
He just sucks his own dick. He just says references to himself.
Yeah, Die Hard should have been a movie about overdosing on Blue Chew. That
I
one
like,
was fun.
Check out the Morning Good podcast, by the way.
If you like that, you'll love Morning Good. And Orlando, Florida.
and or Lando Calrissian. But yeah, I was like walking past, and he comes up, and he like
Was he wearing the sign from Die Hard 2?
dude, he was
that he was wearing
wearing
in
all
Harlem?
of his
Were you
memorabilia.
wearing the signs from
Signs.
Signs?
There you go, Jake.
He was actually like giving signs
I'm
like a
resting
third
now.
base coach. But dude, his face was so like distinct and like distinguished, you know? Like you almost know a celebrity before you even know who they are because they look so much like a celebrity.
Yeah, I get that.
Like it didn't look fake, but it looked like his features were like jumping out of me. He was like
Right.
3D, you know?
Well, he was
But,
3D. He was in real life.
Yeah, I guess.
He was like
But,
Shrek 4D.
I do wish like I could have like eyes that got a little further, like almost like kind of, you know, like
Sunken eyes.
that bitch from Little Mermaid. You know how her eyes are like fish head eyes.
The
She's
Little
also an
Mermaid?
Avatar. Yeah, the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Because like life is probably even more 3D to her.
Isn't her
you
name
know?
like Halle Bailey? Like, which is just almost like Halle Berry?
I thought it's like Haley Berry or something. It's like, isn't it Halle Berry's daughter?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, she didn't fuck a
Fish.
a rainbow trout.
A beluga whale.
The guy who played the Bob Marley in the Bob Marley movie is named Kingsley Ben.
Oh, wow. Really?
Ben Kingsley.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a long... Ben Kingsley played Gandhi, so that guy should play the opposite of Gandhi. Like the inverse of Gandhi.
Yeah, he should play Ben
He
Kingsley.
should play the little boy that fucks Gandhi. He should play Ben Kingsley. Yeah, I didn't see that. I'm not going to see that movie.
What?
I almost said Neil Diamond. It's not Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond.
Who is it?
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Oh. Yeah, I have no interest in that. I actually have more interest in Bob Marley's, like, I think it's his grandson. He makes music now. It's like pretty good music.
Oh, Ziggy?
Yeah. I think
I've
so.
seen him
That's
live.
How was
Ziggy's
it?
his son, no?
His son? I thought it
it
was
was it might be his son.
I don't know how old anyone is.
Yeah.
Makes you think.
Yeah, Ziggy was
I
pretty
think Bob
sweet.
Marley had like 7 kids or some shit. He had a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like when those really prolific people just fucking pump them out.
Yeah.
You know?
How many kids doesn't Eddie Murphy have a lot of kids? Some
Eddie Murphy's got a shitload of kids. Yeah. So does Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon has a lot of kids. See, Nick Cannon just makes it public. If you secretly have like a cabal of children and like wives that bury you kids, you can do whatever you want.
News. Yeah, we were talking about Fort Minor, the band Fort Minor.
Yeah.
That should have been the name for Epstein's Island.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And their band name should have been called Little St. James. Would
Yeah.
have been a better band name. I think we figured out a lot of stuff on this podcast.
Yeah. James, you know, there's a statistically a chance that you could be indoctrinated as a saint and be called Little St. James.
Do I get a holiday? And what am I the patron saint of?
You would be like the patron saint of
Lactose intolerance?
asking for people's vapes.
By the way,
Let me hit it. The patron saint of Zen.
I pass a little basket around from now on, and you have to put your vapes in at church.
Yeah.
Now I will bless your vapes. I should be a priest, like a vape-based priest.
Yeah, you're like swinging that thing, but there's no like incense in it. You just swing it, then you're like.
I haven't really been to church since vape started being a thing. I bet if you go to church, you see teens vaping all the time.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, because their parents hate them. It's
Yeah,
still
but,
like
you know,
they're the
teens
bad.
just love that vape.
If you're like a teen that like rebels against your parents enough to vape, that's like level 3 rebellion. Level 2 rebellion is like, I'm not going to church. So I think those things, like, I've never seen it.
Let me know what you guys think of this. 3 teenagers came into my restaurant the other day. They left for like 15 minutes and we cleared off the table and there was a vape on the table and I threw it away. And then they came back and they were like, oh, we left our vape here. And then they like wanted to look through the trash, but I was like, no, guys, I'm sorry. Your vape's gone. Because they're like 6, and that's probably like their vape for the 3 of them, but like,
Yeah,
that's like I'm not going to help
like
you guys
having,
get your
yeah,
vape.
that's like having a piece of Exodia
What's
when you're a
Exodia?
teenager, like a Yu-Gi-Oh, really rare Yu-Gi-Oh
okay.
card.
Sorry.
Because it's like they're not gonna.
I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! I was trying to suck my own dick. You guys want to play Yu-Gi-Oh?
You're playing Yucky Goo. That is like such a Yu-Gi-Oh does sound like the sound a guy makes while he's sucking his own dick.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
And Digimon sounds like what Bob Marley says when he gets his dick sucked.
Digimon.
Did you do it, man? Suck the whole dick.
Suck it from the bottom up to the top.
I'm going to turn into Chet Hanks the second I step foot in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn into him. And get like a bunch. White guys love getting like the chest tattoo that goes into the sleeve too.
That just peeks out enough so they're like, what is this? So you can be like,
Yeah, it's fucking Derek Jeter fucking saving kids in the fucking towers burning.
it's myself on a crucifixion next to Jesus.
Yeah.
Because if I was alive during that time, I would have been right there by his side.
I saw on Twitter this guy get this full back tattoo, and at one part, people just kept focusing that he has Martin Luther King in like a snapback. Like he's like, what? And it's not like rows apart. It's not like civil rights leaders. It's just a bunch of rappers and then Martin Luther King in like a fucking
Yeah.
no brim Yankee.
But to be fair, if Martin Luther King was born like 20 years later,
Yeah,
he would have been just a trap god.
He would have been Puff Daddy. He would have been Busta Rhymes.
Fetty Wap.
He would have been busting me out of this prison. I gotta get these black people to vote. You can use that one. That's in your voice. You want to give a read on that?
Yeah. Busted me out of this prison. I got to get these black people to vote.
What are you guys going to do without me in this apartment?
Dude, I'm going to have nothing.
Jake's just going to be like, oh, who's that guy who just walks in here 4 days a week?
I've been relying on you for my own podcast for like a year now.
What will it become with the absence of me, you know? Like, you don't have that reliable James texture
I
in
think
there.
any dialogue is going to be unnecessary. I'm just going to sit here, try to suck myself, dressed as Jafar. This is going to be a magic carpet. It's going to be news from Magic Carpet.
Ooh. Dude, you should do like an Indian spinoff.
And only have Nikhil Mehta on.
You should do just lay down flat and only use that camera and have it be on like a magic carpet.
Whoa.
and just talk like this.
and have it like up here. You should do the podcast from a completely up
Vertical?
top. Yeah.
Yeah, you should do get the green screen there to make it look like you're on top of a stack of mattresses and you're just talking like that.
Wait.
Yeah. No, we got it figured out for you.
Okay. Oh, like green screen. So it's like there's just a ton of mattresses.
Yeah,
That's
you're
not
on-
a bad idea.
We tested Patty
You're
once.
on
We
like
put,
an 80-story tower of mattresses.
we put like
just
7
like-
mattresses, and we put one vape under one, and he went to sleep, and he said, I couldn't sleep all night. There was a vape under there.
It threw off my
Patty,
back.
Princess Patty and the vape. and the
Or you
Pete
should
vape
make it
vape.
like the mattress is floating in the ocean, and then I'll stand off camera and keep throwing things into
try-
like the foreground, and then you scoop them out of the water and you talk about all this things you found in
All
the
the
ocean.
debris.
Ooh, yeah.
The shipwreck pod.
That's a great idea. Everything has to. Remember that show from Nickelodeon where it was
Marooned from bed.
like marooned from bed? Castaway. I could think of one.
Cast I'm gay.
Cast I'm gay. Podcast away. Podcast
Podcast
away. There we
away,
go.
dude.
There we
That's
go.
really good.
I was thinking like, remember that show where it was like, what do you do or whatever? And it was a bunch of like people from All That and like other like young people. And they'd be on like a panel and then some like weird little fat kid from Arkansas would come out. And then they'd like ask him questions, but he couldn't say what he did. And there would be like like a train would come out with hints and it would be like, I found a dinosaur. Like basically the kid is like, I found a dinosaur bone in my backyard. And then he would go out and then a bunch of like child celebrities would try to guess what his thing is. But like when you said like throwing little things, it made me think that they would just have this train come out, and the train would bring items that had like nothing. It would just be like, oh, he's fat, so just put spaghetti on the train. I don't know. He likes spaghetti. Like it was just the most ridiculous game show of all
Yeah.
time.
They should make, because
It's
you know,
called What Would You Do?
Yeah, no, it was called like,
what does he do?
who's your daddy and what does he do? No, it's called like, I don't know. It's called like, what's your fucking thing, kid? People will know. The gays know. They remember.
There should be.
Really just a despondent host. They have a kid come out and he's like, what do you do? What's your thing? Do you have a talent?
Yeah. They call me the human spider. Nah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spider-Man.
Do you know how like there's some
They put him on top of a rickety ladder and they're like, get out.
Yeah, look at him. He's tall.
Find your way down.
Yeah.
You're a spider.
find your way down?
Come on, you're a spider.
I can fart the alphabet. I don't know about that.
Do a spider thing.
Do a
just
spider
like-
thing. Come on. You're Spider-Man.
Shooting in your garage. Do a spider thing. I'll give you $13.
There's just an
$13 if you come down that ladder like a spider.
there's an octopus in a bucket. He's like, why don't you take care of business now?
Why don't you take Doc Ock out there for me?
the game show. It's called Situation. I'm going to create a situation, and you handle it even though you're a kid. So there's an octopus in a bucket.
And it has to come.
It's got a
And I have to come.
It's got ink.
But you cannot touch me or the octopus.
yeah. Write the alphabet using the octopus's ink. You have 30 seconds.
30s. Or I shoot you with my gun.
Yeah.
The guy, like the worst jigsaw, like from Song. Like he just does it with kids and it doesn't even make
Help an
sense.
octopus write a suicide note in its own ink.
Looks like Spider-Man spun his last web. I'm not Spider-Man. I'm going to show you my little green goblin.
You know how they have like those sushi restaurants that like the food shows up on like a little train
Yeah.
track? They should have like a Jewish restaurant where the food shows up on a train.
It's all burned. Excuse me, my latkes are completely crisp to an unedible carbon paste.
It's always overcooked.
Flavorless and bland, just how I like it.
Just how it was designed.
I worked at a place that pretty much served only Jewish people, and they made like our soup was the least salted thing of all time. Like, it was like the most flavorless soup.
Yeah.
and people would be like, "Can you send this back? It's a little too salty for me." So my personal bias is Jewish people just hate flavored food.
Yeah.
they just like pickled things or like a peppered meat. But
They
don't-
like whatever the most disgusting fucking thing is. That's like what they love, you know? Like a salty brine,
like a fish,
like
pickled.
a fish. Yeah.
I live in like a
all
very,
the bones
very Jewish
in it.
neighborhood, and all the grocery stores are like they're all called like glot, which is like
they're
something
they're also spelled GROSSERY.
grocery. SS.
As that.
All the smoke shops are shutting down. in my neighborhood.
Dude.
They all shut down. They all like all the ones that wouldn't sell me weed because I look like an undercover cop. They like they're all like have a NYPD thing on the front. There's like no place to buy anything in my neighborhood. It's literally insane.
Yep. That's happening.
It's fucking crazy.
It is crazy because as soon as I don't know if you want to go into job history here.
I can talk a little bit about it.
Jake was in the industry of that, and as soon as you left your job because
That's
you
how I would say it in court.
yeah
I was in the industry of that.
Like Bill
You're
Clinton.
like, are you sure you want to represent yourself? I'm like, self-represent of myself.
is how I would love to proceed.
Wear powdered wig.
The prosecutor's like, this guy's fucking good.
Oh my god,
I didn't bring a fucking wig.
this guy speaks perfect legal jargon.
There's something about this guy.
This guy's gonna defend himself right into freedom.
But
Now define vape for me. Wouldn't breathing air technically be a vape? God's vape?
wouldn't sucking a strawberry also be considered vaping?
Your Honor, if I suck my own dick, is that a vape? Is that a vape?
If I come in my own mouth and then blow bubbles, have I vaped?
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Should we be arresting people for selling cum?
This isn't even your trial yet, sir.
Yeah.
You're at 11:30.
Yeah. This is an hobby, sir.
If you are going to arrest me for selling vape, you have to also arrest me for selling jars of my own cum. Okay, well we will. We will.
You just said
You've
that.
only made it worse.
This is the most police place ever.
Now that is a separate criminal trial, I suppose.
I will not defend myself in that.
And I'm going to get a lawyer. I need a lawyer for that. I don't know all the cum laws, I'll be honest.
Yes, I'm your lawyer. Johnny Two Dicks. I'm a professional in cum law.
I really thought you were going to throw the case at when I said that.
No, you need a real crack shot cum lawyer like me. Now, when you come, is it yellow? You're not getting off, kid. I'm sorry. Only yellow cummers get off in this town.
I've never like come in a thing and like saved it.
News from bed.
Now, I imagine the room like at a sperm donation place, like a sperm bank. A lot of guys probably miss the cup like once or twice.
You think
Spit in
so?
there.
Just cum.
Yeah, it looks like cum. I drank milk this morning. It looks like cum. My milky spit. Put that in my wife.
And smoke it.
Smoke it. Put that in my wife and smoke it. Can you smoke my wife? Officer. Is it illegal to smoke my own cum out of my wife bong?
He's only cheating himself. He's like, all right, I missed today, so we'll just put milk in there. It'll be all right.
There's a milk baby comes out. It's the fucking cow baby.
The father was actually milk. The paternity test came back. The father was milk.
I knew you put milk inside me, and you made me carry that.
I always thought when there was like milkmen delivering milk at your door, there was definitely dudes just busting in those things, right?
They're busting people's wives.
Yeah, they're just having sex with.
They don't got to bust in the
lonely
milk when they got
housewives.
to bust. They can bust in your woman.
You think they were fucking?
Yeah, it was like the whole thing. The milkman was like fucking everyone's wives. while they were
Is
at work.
milk like a aphrodisiac for women?
for babies?
My baby's so hard right
My
now.
baby, fucking. You got to get this baby off milk.
Any like fucking thing, like a job where someone is serving someone something, there's a guy who's done something weird to your thing.
Yeah.
It's in some part of the world somewhere.
Because milk, it's like milk. It's almost you almost have to, because it's so easy. You know,
You just have to what?
fucking bust in those bottles, baby girl.
Baby girl, I busted in every bottle you got this week.
And then they just sit it out there. It's like hot on the sidewalk.
Sorry, the cum preserves.
Do you got to hit the road soon? Are you not going?
He's having too much fun.
I'm having too good of a time.
Yes.
It's too hot in here, you know.
It's so.
You sit down
fucking
for
hot
a
here.
few minutes and you're like, I can't do
Not
anything.
doing shit. Yeah, maybe we could get some pizza after this.
Ooh.
Some bestie.
Some bestie pesty.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. Where were you gonna go?
I was gonna go do an opening mic.
Oh, where at? Anywhere good?
No,
Great.
Yeah, there's
Skip it.
nothing good.
I just
anymore.
I gotta do something, you know.
Yeah.
I hear you. Were you doing
Grease
this?
the wheel. Yeah,
Jesus grease the
I
wheel.
wore shorts today. I've never wear shorts,
Dude.
ever. And I wore shorts because I'm I want to be a star on News for Bed.
Yeah.
Do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is maybe the most skin the podcast has ever seen.
Hello, fans.
You're like peeling your toe. You think they want to see like your toes in extreme tense
Just like
situation?
bleeding.
Just chopping them off.
All right, now I need the octopus. Bring me the octopus.
Octopus. I'm ready to do the game.
If I was
out
to
the
ever,
game.
Your Honor, I figured out the game.
It's not why you're on trial.
if I was ever to
I
like,
figured out the game. Bring out an octopus. I could write the whole thing.
if I was ever to do like a weird mutation of my body, like a genetic modification,
Which one would you do?
I would get my feet sawed off and then my legs sawed off here, and then have my feet attached to my kneecaps.
You just fucking 2 feet shorter.
So I'm 2 feet shorter, but my legs are fucking thick and plump.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
No knees though anymore. Your knees.
No
are your
knee,
ankles.
no shins are overrated.
Yeah. The shins are over.
The Shins, yeah, that's like one of the most overrated bands. The only thing a shin is good for is banging it into something and feeling pain.
Yeah.
What's like the use of a shin in today's world? Nothing.
Yeah, you got to put a shin guard on sometimes.
Yeah, to play
It's like-
soccer.
You don't need to put a big thigh guard on.
No, that's all fucking meat, dude.
It's all meat.
I could be a catcher in the major leagues just standing up.
It is sick though when you have giant calves. Guy who has
Yeah.
giant calves, that's cool.
That is cool. Dude, I wore shorts yesterday for the first time in like maybe a year as well.
No comment. Okay.
And I wore them to a coffee shop where I told both of you guys that
Oh, your mistress.
my arch nemesis mistress was working there now.
Your comedy enemy.
Yeah, my comedy, I don't even know what I would call her.
Yeah. She just like came to a lot of our shows and yelled at Patty once
Gave me a talking to.
about the word
Has
retard.
heckled me every time.
I've gotten a talking to about that word.
Yeah.
By an audience member.
Yeah. Now imagine if that happened every single time you were booked for 7 months.
That'd be pretty annoying.
Pretty annoying if it was the same girl.
Yeah, I'd stop doing the same show.
Yeah.
What if it was your show?
Yeah. What if it was your show that you
It
had?
was your show or was it his show?
It was both of our shows.
Oh.
It was my show.
Yes,
It was
I-
James.
I'm
It's
not
always
stupid.
James's show. This is James's world.
This is my bed. Y'all are just sleeping in it.
Dude, if I it's my bed, y'all just sleep.
Yeah, I'll just wearing your outside clothes in the bed.
Me? I'm bundled up in my PJs.
Pajamas. It is getting fucking toasty here.
Yeah. You
I
guys need
think
to get a
we're-
little AC in this living room.
I honestly don't even feel it anymore. I feel it in my brain where I feel stupid and I can't think straight, but my body is fine.
It's actually so warm in here that there's like tropical animals and plants like making their way into your apartment.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what we should do. We should just get a bunch of plants in here
Yeah.
because of the tropical environment.
Yeah.
You'll attract like
Humidity.
parrots and like pumas.
I would like to start getting like some deciduous fowl in the area. That'd be nice.
Oh, great.
Some local animals.
Yeah. You mean homeless people?
You know, what I want to start doing. I want to go hang out in that big lot next door, that empty lot where that billboard is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool lot.
No, there's no one ever over there. There's probably a guy in there. Actually, it's probably a guy you don't want to meet. But
He can't get
Yeah.
out.
yeah. And if you open the door, he's just like, "Oh, they're feeding me."
Oh, man food again.
It's like the Sarlacc pit.
Oh, I would fuck this all like that.
Some homeless people are kind of like Venus flytraps. They just kind of sit around and look like, like you need to help them out. And then they just like stab you with like a homemade aluminum foil shank.
Has the homeless guy ever like reached out and grabbed your leg or something?
They've like touched me like kind of like on my shoulder or something. I've never had one grab me. My old roommate had a homeless guy like throw a hammer around his neck and like pull him, like try to choke him out with a hammer, which is, by the way, the wrong way to use a hammer.
Yeah. You gotta get nails.
Yeah. You got to get nails.
What if a homeless guy was just throwing nails up and then trying to hit him like a baseball? Like, doink, and trying to get you.
I know a lady who's on a date and a homeless guy ran up behind them and hit her like behind the ear here with a hammer. And then her date just ran away.
Oh.
And then she was fine. She wasn't even concussed, she said. But she went to the hospital and stuff. She had a big gash in her head.
Oh, my God.
But still, her date went to the hospital and was like, "Are you okay?"
Oh
and
my
she was
God.
like,
Get the fuck out of here.
No thanks to you,
Yeah.
Jake Timothy. You were telling a story.
All right.
Like my friend was on a date.
Yeah. Do you guys think that guy can be redeemed?
Do you think that guy will still get into heaven the rest
that
of your
guy-
life? You just
Do you think
regret
that guy will still get into heaven, or should he just focus on sucking his own dick for the rest of his life?
Yeah. I went to confession. They said I probably wouldn't get in.
Dude, I was thinking about going to confession just to slap one in there for the sake of all sakes. You know,
I'll go. I gotta go down to confession and tell them about everything I did in New York.
I would just tell them like I raped someone,
Why?
I murdered someone,
Why would you say anything?
because then they exonerate everything.
Just in case you do those things.
I'd rather
yeah,
give
but
them worse.
but you're lying.
Well, then after
That's
the
what
last thing I'll
devil
be
would
like,
do in confession.
the last thing
devil
I'll be
would
like, and also I lie,
oh.
and then that still gets caught under the
Yeah,
umbrella.
I don't know if it's fixed.
Yeah, I guess it's not like a doctor where you give like worse symptoms when you're like, I feel terrible, you know?
Do you think the church just keeps a record of all the things you say?
I don't think so. I don't think they care because I think like it's the priests, and I think the priests are secretly doing like some pretty nefarious stuff.
Well, yeah, they don't really keep too many records of that stuff.
No.
But just their clergy
Yeah.
what do you call that? Congregation. Members of their congregation.
Yeah. I'd imagine their filing cabinet, like you open it up and it's just like a fucking, it's like a flaming drawer and they just drop a file in. That's fine.
Straight to the big man himself,
Yeah.
Lucifer.
There's the guy, one of the priests at my church. After church, he'd go up and he's outside the door and everyone walks by him and shakes his hand. And he just gave like the weakest handshake, just like cold old man
Yeah.
weak handshake. And after like he did that for a while, my mom was like, let's shake his hand.
Yeah.
He should probably not touch that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Our priest was kind of similar. He would do he would talk like, our Father who art in heaven. No joke. That's like how he talked. And I guess he killed a home intruder when he was like young, and it just like made him really weird, like because he just like found God after it or like something like that. But he at the end of
Do
every
you think
mass,
that's what happened, or do you think he just like lived in guilt and shame that he couldn't handle, and so he became?
I think
a
it was
priest?
that. Also, he was married to someone, and his wife like killed herself, and then he like turned. He had a crazy life.
Yeah, and it made his voice weird.
It made his voice very weird.
Honey, you cannot kill yourself because my voice is going to be
That's
so.
why-
Imagine you just
she-
read that guy's bio, like this is our new priest. Oh my god! And then he gets on the thing and he's like, "How about the Jets?"
Dude, he literally looked like a Guess Who character. It was so funny. But at the end of every mass, everybody in the church would line up and he would give everyone a hug on their way to the parking lot. And his hugs would range from like 6 to 14 seconds long, like really long. And but he wasn't like biased towards like kids or anything. It was just like everyone. He just like really liked to hug.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, you don't. You can't be a priest and be like the huggy priest.
You can't really be a man, just a man, and be a hugger guy.
Yeah,
It's just weird.
yeah. I guess not, James. You're gonna have to make some changes when you go to Florida.
They really wanted me to be a priest at my church.
Me too,
They kept
yeah.
having priests come and talk to me, and they'd be like, "It's really great," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I think I like girls."
And they're
Like,
like,
oh, well, marriage, it's a sacrament that not everyone's called to, And I was like, is the church telling me I'm like never gonna get laid? Like,
Yeah.
is that why they keep bringing these like young priests to talk to me?
yeah, dude, I've had that talk. We had a different priest that would chain smoke cigarettes on the altar. Very different.
That's
like
insane.
he used to be a prison priest, and he weighed like 400 pounds, and he was like a miserable guy. But he could fucking
You have to smuggle Bibles in.
yeah, dude.
let me pray in here. I had to get this Bible into my ass.
He was one of the best public speakers I've ever seen in my life. Just
Really?
like really could move you. And I remember one time he was like a
very
really
heavy.
troubled guy, but he tried to convince me and my cousin to be priests, and he like sat us down. We went to a pizza place, and he ordered a pitcher of beer. We were like, "Holy shit, is he gonna give us beer? Like if he gives us beer, I'll be a priest. Like that's a good trade off." But he just sat and he drank the entire pitcher of beer in front of us.
Damn.
From the picture?
from the picture. Yeah,
That's sick.
it was so sick.
Damn.
It almost made me want to do it. I
Did he
might
turn
do
it
it
into
dude.
blood
This guy
first?
sounds like Loudermilk, dude.
Yeah, he's like,
He has a little gold box he opens. He takes a second beer. He puts the new beer in.
he pours it in a chalice.
He pours it in.
It sounds like a TV character. Like a
Dude.
really deeply troubled priest who just has like a superpower.
Who's just unbelievable at moving people.
What's his superpower? Being 400 pounds?
So I can drinking a pitcher of beer. Yo, he was a legend.
yeah.
That priest was sick.
But it
Flip cup.
I like wouldn't.
I'm the best at flip cup.
I'm not like gonna
Flip
have
chalice.
Flip chalice.
clank, 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 clank. But I'm not the best at like harboring a
Jesus.
relationship and like keeping a good relationship. I might turn to the priesthood later in life.
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it be fun to have a cool friend who's a priest?
I mean,
who's
you get at least...
still uses the N word.
You can do an hour a week. It's probably the
You know,
best
it's
move
Just
for
news
stage
from bed.
time.
It's just news from bed.
Yeah, you do church from bed, mass from bed.
You know Steve Ranazisi?
Yeah.
His brother is a priest, and he was a guest priest at my church once when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Did he also
He
have
looked
a fake
exactly
9/11
like
story?
him. Yeah. Yeah, we were like, why'd you become a priest? He was like, my brother died in 9/11.
It's like, and you will deny 9/11 3 times before the crow calls. I think we got to wrap up here because we got another podcast later coming in.
Yeah.
Jake, what do you got to plug? Do you want to plug like?
Plug that open mic you didn't go to.
Yeah, plug the open mic you're gonna miss today.
Oh, yeah. Go to New York City open mics.
Great.
They're the best.
James Donlon. the
Michael Good is
stuff.
home. I'm plugging that. Michael Good is back home.
Michael Good is back, baby.
Back in the stew.
Back in the stew. The atmosphere has shifted here with a little bit of a joy in the air
It got cooler.
and a little bit of that pussy stank.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
Oh,
okay.
he smelled the wrong finger.
Damn.
He smelled his pinky. What's he putting that
He
in?
smelled his poop finger.
What is he, a gentleman? James Donlon, you got
Yeah.
the stuff. You got
Well, the stuff's over. So
no, the stuff's not over. It always comes back.
Florida,
dude.
look out.
Florida, look out! I'm about to fucking shit in your fucking waterways.
I'll tell you what, dude. The News from Bed fans are really gonna miss you.
Well, I don't think I'll miss them that much.
You will, dude.
But I'll miss Sterling.
I am Sterling. You're gonna miss the guy who just really, really wants my ankles in his mouth is gonna miss you. You know,
Does he want to get the whole foot in his mouth and so the ankles around his lips, or he just wants to suck on the ankle?
I think he wants to suck on the ankle
Like
like,
corn
a,
on the cob
like a
style?
snow cone.
Oh, like a
you
snow
know?
cone. Just get all the juice out and leave that pure ice.
Exactly.
Well, guys, News from Bed, fantastic podcast. It's been great to be on probably more episodes than anyone else.
I would say so.
Maybe Michael Good has a close second.
You're my main squeeze. Now I'm gonna have to pick one of these two fucking faggot ass retards.
FARs.
You got to sneak that word in at the end when nobody's
Jafars.
watching.
A couple of Jafars.
Faggot ass retards.
Jabroni ass, faggot ass retards. Jafar.
Jesus, Jafar. Talking like Jeff Goldblum. over here.
Jafag.
Hey, there we go.
That's how a Puerto Rican woman calls. Well, that's what she calls me when she sees my New Balance. What are you, a Jafaggot? All right.
Jafar.
Let's rub this lamp and get out of here, huh? Thank you, boys.
News from Bed.